Buckets, do not edit in eggplant emojis, okay?
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the workshop. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you very, very much. If you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, especially if you love sneakers, because we upload a lot of sneaker videos. Buckets, please define a lot for the people.
Almost every single day.
Almost every single day. Now, I am beyond excited, but give me an adjective, a descriptor.
That means beyond?
That means beyond excited.
You're exuberant.
I am exuberant about today's pair of sneakers, but before we dive in, I want to talk about the hoodie that I'm currently wearing. It is the Uncivilized Workin' Hoodie. Buckets, who is behind the camera, and myself, we have a clothing brand. This is our latest creation. We will put a link in the description of this video for your convenience, uncivilizedstore.com. This is an official Carhartt mid-weight hoodie, fully embroidered across the chest, triple stitched for extra durability. I mean, a very, very nice hoodie right here. Buckets, anything to add?
We're working on the weekend.
Working on the weekend like usual, uncivilizedstore.com. We have other stuff on the website as well, so you can check that out. Link in the description. It's time to dive in. Anything? Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Yeah, you can go.
3, 2, 1, bang, bang. This is the infamous Nike Foamposite One Eggplant. These released about a month ago, and retail was a whopping $240. Now, these were actually hard for me to get. They did sell out. I, in turn, struck out. I checked local spots, no dice. I was like, man, what the hell is going on? I need a pair of them. Finally, I have a pair. And let me just say, these are one of my favorite sneakers of all time. Legitimately, I absolutely love them. And right out of the box, they do not disappoint. This is one of those pairs for me. You open the box, Buckets, the light from heaven shines down, birds start chirping on this side, there's wind whistling through the leaves on this side, maybe angels singing in the background.
Okay.
It's that type of beauty that exudes from the box.
Okay.
Spruce that up a little bit, make it look good. I think there's just so much nostalgia for me with this sneaker. Growing up, I was a huge Penny Hardaway fan. I still remember being a super young kid and seeing the Penny 1 in that Orlando Magic colorway for the very first time. Then the Penny 2s came along. I was obsessed with those. And when the Foamposite came around, it was just like nothing I had ever seen before. The royal blue pair, it just blew my mind. It really, really did. Now, as a kid, I was never able to afford any of them. My parents were not. Buckets. Mom Dukes was not spending that type of cheddar cheese on a pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
She just wasn't. Now, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say the original Foamposite One, I think it retailed at $180. Which back then, 1997, $180 for a pair of sneakers, that was a lot of money. The price point is still at the top of market, right? $240 now. It's a lot of money to spend on a pair of sneakers. I say all that to say I had to admire them from afar as a kid. But Buckets, do you remember, and I'm asking you this, but I already know the answer to it, that magazine advertisement where it was like
With the telephone number?
with the telephone number, and then it was the blue Foamposite kind of like turned on its side,
Yeah, the red check.
the red Nike swoosh over the top. They did it with the Concords too and a couple other pairs, but something about seeing, and I don't know where I saw it for the first time, if it was like Slam Magazine or wherever it was. I think we even cut that out and like put it on our wall. That's how into that sneaker and just that advertisement. Marketing at its finest?
Yeah, it definitely worked.
It worked on me because even now, years and years and years later, I absolutely love the sneaker. I will also say, and I've said this before in previous videos, but this Eggplant colorway is my favorite pair of Foamposites, not counting that original royal blue pair, because obviously those are super goated, but these are right behind those in my opinion. There's just something about this purple, the way it changes colors depending on how the light hits it. It's so, so good. And you see that on the entire upper pretty much with the textured Foamposite grooves as well. Just such a dope look. Now I will say this nubuck or durabuck, whatever it is, wrapping around the lace panels on each side, it's a material that is going to collect dust. It's just gonna. It's annoying, but it is what it is. You got standard black laces, penny logo front and center, purple stripes on the pull tab here, and the purple strip stitched down the middle as well. And one of my favorite details on the entire sneaker, this little mini swoosh up front, another penny logo embroidered on the heel. Again, I am biased because I do love pennies, but the 1 cent logo will forever be one of the best sneaker logos in my opinion. You've got the booty interior, carbon fiber plate on the side, and I love the outsole. You see more of that shank plate, I think is the technical term for it, with the black traction obviously, and then that icy trim around the edges. Something about the way that icy bottom turns into sort of the midsole kind of, because buckets, there's not a traditional midsole on these, but something about how it wraps and just peaks up from the bottom, and then the Foamposite material sits right on top. There's just something about it. Mutabella. The thing with these used to be, as you wore them and as you broke them in, the heat from your foot, because these are not breathable at all, by the way, but the heat from your foot would kind of bucket. You remember that? Like it was supposed to mold to your foot and kind of contour and shape for like a very one-of-one fit.
Yeah, I remember people saying that.
I don't know if it's true, not true. I wore them a ton. I don't know if I ever really noticed that. I guess they got a little bit more comfortable, but that was the thing too. You know, going back to the late 90s, having a sneaker that was made out of this type of material and having the upper be just one seamless piece of material, it really was kind of revolutionary in the sneaker space.
For sure.
It's kind of cool also, you know, 25 and I guess not quite 30 years later, it still has an ahead of the curve feel to it.
It's definitely futuristic.
Right. And so it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like if aliens showed up and challenged us to a game of basketball, a game of round ball, I feel like they'd be wearing these.
So you're describing Space Jam.
Space Jam, yeah. Sorry, Jordan, I apologize. They just have, to feel that way 25, 30 years ago, okay, cool. But fast forward to now and they still have that same exuberance.
Yeah, futuristic feel.
It's a beautiful thing. Now, the last thing I should mention is there's not a better snow sneaker than these right here. Rain too, for that matter. Absolute tanks. I put so many miles, buckets, you can corroborate, so many miles on that royal blue pair. When I finally got them, I bought them off eBay. I don't remember when it was. It was like maybe early 2000s, and I wore them so much, and they still looked brand spanking new.
Yeah.
You know, now I did eventually have to sell them. Tear drops down, Adele music, heart shatters. I miss them. I miss them dearly, but the point is that they held up incredibly well. This is an all-time favorite sneaker. Like, there's no way the Nike Foamposite One is not in my top 5 all time. They are that good. So this is a 10 out of 10, undoubtedly, undubitably.
Yeah.
Very exuberant. It's a very exuberant sneaker. Bucket, scale of 1 to 10. Please don't let me down here.
No, for sure. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
This is how you got your name.
This is. People have asked, yo, the FOAMIE moniker, how'd you get it? Well, the Nike Foamposite. That's how I got it. So you know I'm serious about these. I do acknowledge the fact that the Foamposite is not going to fit or be conducive to everyone's style in 2024. I get that. But man, the combination of a good pair of sweatpants and a pair of Foamposites, undefeated. Combination, undefeated. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Leave a comment below. Let us know, how do you feel about these? How do you feel about this colorway? How do you feel about pennies? What are your thoughts, feelings, emotions? Leave a comment below and let us know. Always love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. You are very, very appreciated. We will be back tomorrow, mañana. Same time, same place, right here at the workshop with a brand new sneaker for your head top. Had to go sturdy motorboat on this one. Anything to add?
Working on the weekend like usual.
There you go. Uncivilizedstore.com. Holla at Chiguala. We're out of here.